The worst thing possible is happening to young women. Men aren't giving them attention.
Nobody hits on me or approaches me. Ever. Oh my god, like, please.
It's not an isolated case.
I better pay attention to me tonight. I'm so sick of this.
What's happening?
Why is it getting to this point? Because you guys don't come up to us in New York City, and it's crazy.
Women in the media have said it's inappropriate for men to approach women. At work, at church, out in public, at malls, coffee shops, libraries, in public parks.
At restaurants, at retail stores, on buses, public transportation, sidewalks, work-related events, parking lots, co-working spaces, grocery stores, actually, like a car in a pub bar.
Yeah, doesn't leave much, does it? Whose fault is that? A decade plus of feminist narratives, pearl-clutching about toxic masculinity, about the ominous threat of the male gaze, false accusations, retroactively withdrawing consent, the Me Too purge. Don't look at me, don't walk up to me, don't flirt with me, don't ask to buy me a drink, it's creepy if you do so, and just leave us alone. And men said, alright then, we will. Talk about getting what you asked for.
It honestly pains me to see women constantly explaining to men that they would rather be alone than to be in a relationship with them. They don't understand. They don't understand because the cognitive dissonance. They can't imagine because they can't do it. They can't be alone. Literally, they ruminate when they're alone. Their mind wanders all over the place. They hate their own company. A man cannot stand the thought of being alone, so he cannot believe you when you say you are happier alone. They can't do it, so they can't imagine that you can do it. They honestly believe that you're lying. Stop trying to convince them that you're happier alone. We know we are. Just be alone.
Oh wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
A man versus a woman, the man is guilty until proven innocent, and the woman is innocent until proven guilty. And she'll use that to her advantage. And if she doesn't get the outcome she wants, she'll go on the internet, because all the Jezebels are on the internet, and then create some sort of coalition, and together, now you have the equivalent of a demonic legion. The Jezebel Spirit is fiercely independent, manipulative, controlling, and very unrepentant. If you confront the Jezebel Spirit, they will fight back. And if they feel like they're losing, they will change the conversation to where they are a victim and you have abused them. And they're very hurt and very emotional. And what the Jezebel Spirit knows is if it's a woman who then is declaring war on a man, it puts the man in a lose-lose position. Because if she attacks him and he fights back, see, he's mean, he's domineering, he's overbearing, he's a bully, me too. And if he just takes it and tolerates it, she'll control and dominate. It's spiritual warfare. And in our culture, the Jezebel Spirit knows that
they like to play dumb, but do not be fooled. They are very talented at manipulation and portraying themselves as the victim in any situation. When you are aware of it and expect it, these tricks no longer work. But those who don't expect it typically fall for it.
The majority of straight men hate women.
Do they? I can't wait to hear what this is based on.
I know, breaking news. It's not like men have been controlling us and abusing us and murdering us since the beginning of time or anything.
Starting out with generalizations. This ought to be good.
But anyway, I saw this video on TikTok today where
So one's initial statement that most straight men hate women is based off of a video that one watched on TikTok? Oh, this'll be full of factual information, I'm sure.
a woman was basically saying that men should start buying their girlfriends flowers without her having to ask. The army of trigger incels.
Brace yourselves. Personal attacks and insults incoming.
Rising from either the depths of hell or their parents' basement to say, I'm not a mind reader. If you want flowers, you should just ask for them. Women are so complicated.
And what precisely was wrong with that statement?
First of all, why don't you take a breath? I'm sure it must be so exhausting to be this.
I'm starting to think that they believe that swearing and being disparaging is going to somehow validate their statements.
But since y'all have the intelligence of an ostrich on,
Like I said.
let's just throw your logic right back at you.
Yes, let's do that.
Imagine if you, as a provider, and I use that term so loosely because you are likely not providing anything other than a headache.
Speaks the voice of experience.
And you even imagine the male panic? There would be an incel uprising. Y'all will spend hours complaining about your girlfriend's needs. Meanwhile, you refuse to see the solution, even when it's smacking you in your face.
Okay, what is the solution?
I know it must be hard to use your brain when you don't have one, so I'll just lay it out for you.
I think we're all still waiting for an actual point to be made here.
Instead of complaining that your girlfriend wants you to do nice things for her, maybe just try doing nice things for her. Or if you don't care to understand a woman's wants or needs, try dating men.
Remember, this is all because some men indicated that women should actually ask for what they want.
Seriously, although I have a sneaking suspicion that the gays would hate you more than the women do. And you'd likely have to do nice things for them too, because that's what it means to not be alone.
I think I actually lost count of the amount of swear words and disparaging remarks this person has made.
Sure that the men who are complaining about this have never felt the touch of a woman in their life, so the point is moot as it is. But if you don't want to do nice things for a woman, don't be in a relationship with one. That should be easy peasy lemon squeezy for you lot.
That was actually quite impressive, actually. Taking all of that time and yet managing to say nothing relevant at all.
Her life is so easy. The biggest thing she has to complain about is men who said they aren't mind readers under a post stating men should do things without needing any communication to do them. Why she got so emotional over men simply asking you to be an adult and use your words when you want something is beyond me. But I would be willing to bet if we asked her to name 5 nice things she's done for a man she's dated, she wouldn't have an answer and would default to saying something along the lines of how great she is and how lucky he is to be in her presence.
Thoughts on childbirth versus getting kicked in the balls?
What's my thoughts on childbirth versus getting kicked in the balls? I think there's infinitely more chance of me being kicked in the balls than me birthing a child. But that's probably just me being old-fashioned. What, in terms of what's the worst pain? Yeah, very few guys get kicked in the balls and sort of 9 months later go, do you know what, I could go for that again. Plenty of people out there with more than one kid, so... I don't know. But people talk about pain thresholds, don't they? What's your name? Come on, you know this. Okay, Charlotte. So Charlotte, people talk about pain thresholds, and a lot of women think women have got a higher pain threshold than men, right? Do you think that? Yeah, it's bull. And I can prove it, Charlotte. I hurt your feelings just by saying that.
I think women use shaming tactics on men because, simply put, our ego can't handle their truth. That's it. Our ego can't handle what they're saying because how it impacts us either makes us less valuable in their eyes, and we don't want to accept that. What they're saying is offensive to us because we know that we're not that. So we find ways to poke holes in their thought processes so that we are somehow more attractive to them or more appealing to them, as if arguing someone's perspective is going to change it. Sometimes it does. But when we're talking about attraction, that goes much deeper. So I think, simply put, women shame men for their perspective simply because it does not work in their favor. And so therefore, we diminish, we disparage, and discredit.
Men be wondering why we don't want to be bothered with them. I just had to go get my own oil change. I paid my own rent this month.
Congratulations. You're what we call an adult. And guess what? You're supposed to pay your rent every month.
Why do men refuse to read fun books? Like, anytime I ask a boy what they're reading, it's like The Road Ahead by Bill Gates or Catcher in the Rye or some sort of self-help book on time management and productivity. Why are you guys never reading like Fourth Wing or like a Madeline Miller book? Ooh, like, why are you guys against having fun when you read?
This clip may seem like it's just another liberal white girl taking her billionth jab at men because she doesn't have anything better to do, like work a job, but it's also indicative of something deeper. She asks why men refuse to read fun books, yet the ones she lists that we supposedly read are all about self-improvement, history, philosophy. In other words, books that make you think, books that make you smarter, more adept at solving problems, or even more emotionally intelligent. And then the one that she lists as fun is Fourth Wing, a book that is the definition of copy-paste, that steals the cringiest trope-driven plot points from every popular book that came before it and mashes them together with the occasional explicit sex scene to create the most gag-inducing slop that's ever been published. take from that what you will.
Men are not nice people, and they're getting worse by the day. Like, I'm not lying. Men really just love getting their ego stroked by women. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, go heal, go get some therapy, because I'm not the female to stroke your ego. I'm just not. Like, manipulators.
I know by now women have heard of the friend zone. Is that not a form of manipulation where you lead men on for weeks or months at a time and pretend that you want to date him when you know well you have no interest in him? Oh, right, but only men are mean. Or even when divorced women have a plan for 6 weeks or months before they even announce to their husbands that they want to get a divorce because they're checked out, and they're only checked out because their backup option is now giving them attention, because women only talk about leaving once they have the backup plan lined up. Oh, but that's not mean. Or how about when women go out to clubs and get all dressed up, knowing damn well that men are gonna pay their tab? Oh, that's perfectly normal that you're using men and your body basically like an escort service. And let's not get into OnlyFans and Instagram accounts where you get to stroke your own ego by posting half-naked pictures for validation, and yet again, another ego boost leading men on. But that's not mean. And let's not forget the crocodile tears every single time you don't get your way, or you want to flip the script, or every time he comes to you with a problem, you're going to pretend to cry because you know that hurts his feelings, instead of validating him or listening to how he feels. But that's not mean or manipulative. Right. So it's just the men that are getting worse and worse. Okay, bye.
You guys fight for rights that you don't even use a lot of the times.
Like what? Like what?
Oh, well, women want equality, right? All the time. Oh, we want to be able to do everything that men can do. But why is it that all the hard manual labor jobs are dominated by men? Why is it that men control all the infrastructure points, right? Why is it that men are the garbage collectors, men are the electricians, men are the power linesmen, men are the plumbers, men are the ones that literally keep society going so that you can enjoy the first world conveniences you do, right? So you can go ahead and have your psychology degree or whatever it is that you're studying. So the reality is that men make the world go around, and we civilize it to the point where you guys forgot that men really run it, and we give you the opportunities that you have.
My biggest takeaway from family law is that marriage is just made up.
What if I told you marriage was never meant to last? I'm an Ivy League grad with a degree in the history of women and family structure. I would love to talk about this because I know a lot about marriage that people do not. My last year, I actually spent primarily studying Western marriage that we in the US and Western countries practice today. Things I learned in my classes were so surprising. To share 5 misconceptions about marriage. Number 1 is the belief that marriage is for life.
We don't care. If you enjoyed this video, I promise you will love this next video. I will see you there.